Hi everyone, this is Daisy here, aka Professional High Priestess. My apologies for being late. Just burning some sweetgrass. I was having a very serious discussion with my ancestors just now. And before I came on, I decided to take a spirit bath. So that's what took me a while. There are going to be some changes in the near future. So let's go ahead and get started. So today I bring to you, we've been talking about this. I've been kind of breaking down the intuitive downloads that I've been getting regarding the banishing of karmic energies permanently. We talked about this in the ancestral channeling that I did regarding family bloodlines and excision and removal, right? Sorry, excision and reversal, right? And how when you have ancestors or family members or individuals who are very low vibrational, they get banished to a place of no return where they cannot reincarnate back onto earth. And one of the ways in which that these ancestors reincarnate is through low vibrational karmic individuals who mate, right, with higher vibrational beings. So they're able to latch on to that DNA and then reproduce a child, right? That is a complete manifestation of that ancestor that has been banished. That can't happen anymore because old Earth is leaving away. See, those mechanisms could work in old Earth. Where we are going next, none of that will exist. And I came across this story recently, actually studying Buddhism. So this is different from my Japanese comics and folklore or whatnot, and or Greek mythology or whatnot, right? This is coming from the Buddhist tradition. And there's a place called Jigoku, and I'm going to read you the description of this. And it says here, souls, Jigoku is an earth prison. Earth prison, right? Haven't we've been talking about the fact that when old Earth when new Earth is already coming on, so you're going to start to see the process, the purging and the removal. So Jigoku is an earth prison, right? Hell. Souls who are deemed unworthy of rebirth in the 5 upper Buddhist realms find themselves in the worst afterlife of all, Jigoku, or Buddhist hell. Though it is described as one realm, Jigoku is not just one place. There are countless different hells, which are usually separated into 8 hot hells and 8 cold hells. These are further subdivided into many other smaller planes and demi-planes, more than 64,000. You know 64 is the cube, right? 8 by 8. According to some counts, and each one has a uniquely specialized form of punishment and length of stay, tailor-made to the sins of its inhabitants. While there are many different levels of hell in Japanese Buddhism, the general term Jigoku usually refers to the 8 hot hells, also known as the 8 great hells. The 8 great hells are as follows. Tokatsu Jigoku, the reviving hell, is the plane of hell reserved for those who commit the sin of killing. Those who kill without remorse go to this hell. Even the killing of lesser creatures such as mosquitoes, flies, or ants, unless repented, will cause a soul to go to this hell. In addition, people who are particularly pugilistic in this life, and those who died in mutiny or uprisings, will also fall into this hell. Here, the ground is ever hot and burning. Denizens of this hell must fight each other with iron claws, tearing each other to pieces. Terrible Oni roam the land, smashing and pulverizing souls with their iron clubs. As soon as a soul dies, a cold breeze blows and it is instantly revived and must fight to the death again. Souls here experience the pain of being killed countless times for a lifespan. Countless times for a lifespan in the reviving hell. Oh, wait. Okay, it says here. As soon as a soul dies, a cold breeze blows and it is instantly revived and must fight to the death again. Souls here experience the pain of being killed countless times, for a lifespan in the reviving hell lasts 500 years. However, time in hell is measured differently than in the world of the living. One day in this hell is equivalent to 500 years in the realm of the four heavenly kings, while one day there is equivalent to 50 years on earth. Therefore, a soul in Totatsu Jigoku, the first hell out of the eight, must continue this punishment over 1.6 trillion human years. $1.6 trillion human years. Now, when we're talking about bugs, animals, things like that, it says repent, right? A human life is different. Let's keep going because there's many different descriptions of this. Because I know some people are like, what? I killed a bee. We were talking about flies earlier. I killed a roach. Am I going to hell? Repent. And put some, banish him so they don't come back to the house, right? Kokujo Jigoku, the hell of black threads, is reserved for those who have not only killed but also committed the sin of theft. Here, Oni knock the souls onto the hot ground and mark lines on their body with black threads. Then, using axes and saws, the bodies are hacked into pieces. Okay. When the victims fall, they are boiled in, okay. One last span here lasts 1,000 years. However, a day in this hell is equivalent to 1,000 years in the realm of Torten, while one day in Torten is equivalent to 100 years in the human realm. This works out to 13 trillion human years. These people are with the shit with this math, man. This is with the shit with this math, man. Whew. Let me break out my sage, right? Because I didn't know it was gonna go that deep, but this is the crazy thing about this is very much in alignment with Dante's Inferno. Very much in alignment with Dante's Inferno. You guys ever read Dante's Inferno? The great tragic comedy, that's what they call it, the Divine Comedy. And Dante was looking for an angel. I think her name was Beatrice. And then he went down to hell. There's like about 8 levels there. And each level was a different element. Like here in the Buddhist, there's 8 hot ones and there's 8 cold ones, right? In Dante's Inferno, they were either hot, hella windy, filled with gluttony, filled with rain or water. It was different type of elements and configurations of elements. Like in one hell, which Cleopatra and they also said Queen Isabel from Spain that they were banished to. That hell was wind, and they could not stand in one place. They would be whipped away by the wind, and when they get their footing to talk or be with somebody, the wind will blow them away again. And what that was basically saying, no, it was Marie Antoinette. Sorry, I said Queen Isabel. Marie Antoinette. And the whole theory was that because in your lifetime you misused and abused your mind. You let your mind wander. You were all over the place, Aquarius energy, right? So now when you're in hell, you're getting whipped all over the place. Damn. This is wild. Let's keep going into these different levels. We're on number 3. Shugo Jigoku, the crushing hell, is reserved for sinners who have killed, stolen, and also committed the sin of lewdness. Cool. The suffering here is 10 times greater than the first hell. These individuals are crushed between mountains, and when the mountains separate, they are revived again, and the process starts over again. Trees with razors for leaves dot the landscape, and beautiful men and women beckon the souls to come to the trees. The lustful inhabitants climb the trees, slicing themselves up in the process. And when they reach the treetop, the beautiful men and women reappear at the bottom of the trees, beckoning them to come back down. Whoo. Wow. Wow. Souls remain here for 2,000 years. However, one day here lasts 2,000 years. And one day in this place is 200 human years. Thus, a lifetime here is 106 trillion human years. Damn. Someone said I'm going to hell because I'm a Valerie. Wait though, wait though, wait though. Doesn't this make you get your shit together though? Do you see now? Do you see now? It's like, okay. Let me get my shit together because the math that these people are playing with is on a whole other level. What kind of exponents is this? Kaiokan Jigoku, the screaming hell, is for murderers, thieves, leechers, and alcoholics. The suffering here is 10 times stronger than in the previous hell. Here, sinners are thrown into boiling pots or locked up in iron chambers. Those who committed crimes while drunk have their mouths open and molten iron is poured into their bellies. Ooh, okay. One lifetime here lasts 4,000 years. Wow. 852 trillion years. Look. Listen. We gonna get up every morning and we just gonna pray. We're gonna do repentance prayers from now on. We are gonna be doing repentance prayers from now on because this shit right here, I want no parts. Like for real. This Daiokan Jigoku, the hell of great screaming, contains killers, thieves, debauchers, drunks, and liars. The suffering inflicted here is 10 times worse than the previous hell. Whew. The tongues of the damned are pierced with iron nails and stretched. After stretched out into inches and miles, the tongues grow back and are immediately torn up again. This lasts for 6.8 quadrillion years. Listen. What type of hellfire is this, yo? I don't want no parts. Yeah, we need to keep on doing some shadow work because hell no, I don't want no fucking parts of this. I'm sitting up straight. I'm sitting up straight in my chair like, yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, sir. Hell no, I don't want no parts of this. None. No parts. Oh, hell nah. I'm going to post the link to this in the comments. It says Jonetsu Jigoku, the burning hell, contains killers, robbers, perverts, drunkards, liars, and those who have held thoughts or beliefs contrary to Buddhist thinking, teachings. This can also be because a lot of the master religions, they have like a reoccurring theme, because even Buddhism, they acknowledge Yeshua, right? So I believe that what they're really talking about is like devilish energy, spell work, shit like that. Here, the tortured souls are beaten with red hot iron clubs. They have hot skewers put through their mouth and out of their anuses and are broiled over a great sea of fire. But that's the lake of fire filled with sulfur in the book of Revelations, chapter 21, verses 8. A lifespan in this hell lasts 16,000 years. One day equals 16,000 human years. So a soul here is damned to the equivalent of 54 quadrillion human years. Wow. And it just gets hotter and higher, hotter and higher, hotter and hotter. This plane, Daijanetsu Jigoku, the hell of great burning, is much the same as Jonetsu Jigoku, the previous hell, only much hotter. The suffering here is equivalent to 10 times more than all of the higher hells combined. This plane of hell is reserved for sinners who have committed all of the crimes listed previously, in addition to physical crimes against spiritual clergy. For instance, raping a nun, sex magic, energy harvesting, all of that spiritual rape. That's what that is right there. Chills are running through your body because you know that this shit is real. Okay, this is not a game. Yeah, we're going to be doing our prayers daily. We're going to be doing our meditations multiple times a week. No, 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 no. Because I don't want no parts. I'm sitting straight up like, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. The screams of the tortured souls are so terrible here that they can be heard up to 24,000 miles away. Oh, shit. The power of this hell is so great that those who are sentenced here begin to feel their suffering up to 3 days before they actually die. The punishment on this level of hell lasts. Wow. 1/2 of an Antarkalpa, a unit of time in Indian cosmology. A unit of time in Indian cosmology that is so unfathomably long that it defies mathematical description. Damn, basically forever. Mugen Jigoku. So there's one last one. Whew. The hell of uninterrupted suffering is the 8th and deepest circle. It is reserved for the worst of the worst. Wow. Killers of their own parents, killers of saints, those who have betrayed every single Buddhist precept. Those souls down here are so hungry and thirsty that they tear apart their own bodies and drink their own blood in a useless attempt to ease their suffering. Wow. If this aspect of hell were ever accurately described, both the reader and the writer would die from the sheer horror. Wow. Wow. And it says here, those who are complete their punishment and reincarnate, they continue their punishment into the next lifetime, even if they are released. This is a lot. I want to say this. Some people are like, "Am I going there? Because I killed the bug, I killed the fly." These are high crimes, though, that they're talking about here. High crimes, real karmic fuckery. And I feel like it was really pivotal that I put this out there because actions are completely unforgivable. Completely unforgivable. This is where they're going to be going. Enough is enough. Some of them, this lifetime was that opportunity to repent and to change their ways. Especially if they were able to, they had the opportunity to get access to certain levels of spirituality, to change their life, to change their energy, and to understand where they were coming from, which is probably one of these levels. And they fucked that off by doing dark shit. Where do you think they're going? It says here, Because Jigoku is so terrible and the Buddhas are so merciful, the tortured souls in Jigoku are allowed a few more trials to see whether they can be released from the hell or not, or at least have their existence upgraded to a less torturous one. On specific days, Buddhist memorial services are held by the deceased surviving relatives. While the specifics of what exactly happens in Jigoku vary different between different Buddhist traditions, this is one explanation of the trials. You see, ancestral altar, things like that, to help raise their vibration. You see what we be talking about? How some ancestors get excised, how some of your ancestors or your family members that are living now get removed or excised because of bullshit like this. Wow, I knew I was onto something. I just didn't know how deep. It says 100 days after death marks the first trial in Jigoku. These trials are not so much judgments as the souls already being tortured in hell. They are more like appeals. Remember we talked about these ancestral courts on Patreon, the 4 different ones? They have an appeal to the Akashic Records where the soul and his or her still living family get to appeal to the gods and the Buddhas for one more chance at salvation. During the first of these trials, the soul is brought before the king, Byodo, whose true form is Kanon Bosatsu, also known as the Guan Yin. Oh wow, in English. Okay. On the 1-year anniversary of the death, the soul is once again brought to trial. This time the judge is King Toshi. Okay. On the 2nd year, wow. So they even get like, wow, this is deep as hell. On the 2nd, they got it so organized. I wonder if this was these Virgo Scorpio mixes doing this. On the 2nd year anniversary of one's death, the beginning of the 3rd year after death, the soul is granted, wow, because they say that the year before a person dies is like the actual year of death, and that whole 1 year, even if they know it or not, young or old, they're already acting in the underworld. So for me, what that's telling me is I'm going to start acting as if like this is just my last year, and I'm going to start repenting and doing better and praying and doing all kinds of stuff. I don't get involved in shit like this, but I sure the hell be swatting the hell out of some bugs. And I sure know that when I go to the grocery market, should I see some cherries and some grapes, no one's looking. And I know I done cussed the hell out of a karmic. Cussed her smooth out her shoes. So let me get myself together. Right. Wow. King Godo presides over this judgment. Okay, it says on the 2nd year anniversary of one's death, which is the beginning of the 3rd year, right? The soul is granted another chance for salvation by trial. In Chinese Buddhism, this 10th trial is the last chance for salvation. However, in some forms of Japanese Buddhism, the soul still gets 3 more chances for salvation, which is 13 altogether. The next trial occurs 6 years after death and is presided over by King Renge. Another trial occurs 12 years after death, and is presided over by King Gion. The 13th and final trial occurs 32 years after death. This last trial is presided over by King Haokai. Those who fail all 3 of these final tests, either through their own faults or from lack of prayers by their living relatives, are damned to remain in hell for a very, very long time before they can be reborn into one of the 5 other realms. So for some of you who got some toxic, karmic-ass ancestors or family members that passed away and no one's praying for them or putting food on their altar, like in that movie Coco, don't you see the correlations right here? You see where they're going, and you see what they're currently dealing with. People don't just pass away and then like they make it to the ancestral realm, especially when they've done trifling ass shit on this planet. No. No. Mm. Whew. This is just like in ancient Egypt. They have their own exact type of situation like this. It's called the duat. After you go down there, you meet Anubis and Ma'at, and you get your heart weighed by Ma'at, and Anubis is there watching to see if that feather and that heart is going to tip. Then they send you through the duat, which is basically a river of toxic sludge and shit. And you got to make it to the other side. That's the ascension. But going through that duat for some is easier than others. Some people don't make it out of that. Some people must reincarnate into another life cycle, which is a living duat, you see? And they're making it through that life cycle, purging and removing karmic energies and trauma from their life. When they get down there to go do a Ma'at and Anubis, maybe this time they can get halfway out of the duat. Whew. Wow. 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 So, from what we're discussing here, we know Saturn is going direct. We know that there's a grand trine in the sky. We know that we have not had these transits in about 500 some odd years. We also see where the North Node is sitting and where it was just sitting just some months ago in Capricorn as well. That energy is still lingering. This is some heavy ass energy right now. Not heavy in the fact like it's scary and traumatizing, but like it really sobers you up. It literally sobers you up. Because a lot of us feel like, a lot of us know that the things that we do, of course we're going to get some type of karma. But some people do things so egregious and they do it over and over and over again and they feel like they're not going to get caught or anything like that. And they just keep on going. But you see, there's courts that are just waiting. They're like, nah, don't worry about that. Let them go because by the time they get down here to Jigoku, they're going to know themselves. I think, yeah, yeah, ultimate reality check. Ooh. We should make an oath right here, right now, to be as upright, righteous, balanced as possible in our walk. I want and to be as upright as possible, trying not to harbor resentment or hatred towards our enemies for the things that they do to us, trying not to be vengeful or vindictive. No more seven deadly sins: gluttony, lust, envy, vanity. I don't know the other three. We should try to strive as much as we can to clean up any type of karmic energies that we've left on this earthly plane. Because the way that they just broke this shit down, I'm like, oh, hell nah. Hell nah. No more karmic energies. No more engaging with karmics. No more wasting our time. No more being distracted by vanity or romance or codependency or it's called sloth, laziness. No more of it. Yes, we're human beings, but at the end of the day, we also embody like godly energy within us. So shouldn't we strive to embody more of that energy within our physical vessel? Yes, we've been ascending. Yes, we have. We've been doing really, really good, y'all. But I feel like this is not to scare us, but to really put it into perspective. Like, oh, that's how it's going down. So this is how the game is being played. Yes, trust in the divine, but at the same time too, there's consequences, right? Like individuals that go out and do reckless, horrible, wicked things to other people, there's consequences for that. After, like I said, there are certain things that are unforgivable, especially when with children, right? Especially with the purity or the innocence of a woman, especially with the souls of other people. Any type of spell work to block anybody's spiritual path, spiritual development, their crown chakra, which is their connection to their Akashic records and their ancestors, that is all karmic. And that is all Jigoku energy. So yes, we say that the God that we serve is, the Most High, the ancestors, whatnot. They forgive, but they judge. I've been judged. Something snatched me. Yeah, we have all been judged in some way. Some of us more than others. And I wanted to read this out to y'all to let you guys know that there is, for some people, some of us are lucky to be judged and we get a judgment. You're going to be depressed for a year and you're going to have a dark night of the soul, right? Some of you may have other type of judgments. Okay, where you're going to have to work this job for a year or two. You're going to be in this housing situation or whatnot. Some people get even more severe, like Jigoku. A lot of your karmics, they're already in the second or third level of Jigoku. Don't even know it though, and they don't even care because they've done it so many times. It's just they're used to living lifetime after lifetime of hell until they get down there, and then they got no ancestors up here or descendants up here to pray for them. You see, real metal. Yep, that's why I got a real gold necklace wearing that on my skin. Dear bright and well-loving ancestors, what messages do you have regarding Jigoku for us? This is the Jungian tarot, and why am I using this tarot for this deck, for this reading? Because this is a translation of the Tree of Life, the Kabbalistic Tree of Life. It has a completely different meaning than the regular tarot. Even the planets are associations are different. Like we know, like Three of Swords is Libra energy, but in this deck, Three of Swords is completely different. Look we got Page of Cups energy here. Whew, look at this. We got Eight of Swords, Spiritual Jail. We got Ten of Wands. We got the Temperance card right here. And then we got the Tower. Wow. Dear bright and well-loving ancestors, what messages do you have regarding this Jigoku? Messages for the collective. Can we timestamp this for the card reading? I believe that is the Lover's card. Wow. Choice. Everybody got choices in my E40 voice. Everybody got choices. The funny thing about this Jungian tarot, there's a 3-book series, and the book costs $175 damn dollars. This is some high science being dropped in this tarot deck. Wow. Saturn and Aries, 10 of Wands. Careful management. But this is also burdens, right? In the regular tarot. Badly organized ideas, y'all. That's what this 10 of Wands means in this Jungian tarot. Badly organized ideas, bringing stress, trauma, chaos. Whew. That's why I'm like, right now with this reading right here, the karmic energies that are getting banished to this type of level, I feel for them. And I feel like this is why I try to explain, you know, the behavior and what's going on so that you understand what you're doing. Especially those who like to do with the mouth, that their favorite aspect is to play with the speech and the tongue. I got a spiritual download last night that we all are about to go through a transition, the end of summertime, and that we are all examine our hearts daily. Wow. We all have choices. Yes, we must have compassion for one another, but at some point, I got compassion for you. Like, I feel your pain for why you did what you did. I understand that, but also judgment, right? So, you know, you're going to have to face that judgment. That's why the judgment card exists, because the temperance card is here. The temperance card is here. That's the compassion, right? The understanding, the patience, applying that to volatile situations. Whew. Major arcanas right here. Lovers, Temperance, Tower, 10 of Wands. 7 of Swords right here. What is this about? Lies, trickery, deception, manipulation. Yes. Because the funny thing is, in the regular tarot, the 10 of Wands is Sagittarius, Saturn and Sag. But in this deck, it's Aries and Sagittarius. Here, we have the 7 of Swords. This is Venus and Libra. Oh, this is 8 of Swords. My apologies. Okay. Wow. Manipulation here. Spiritual jail. The ill accumulation of finances. Let's see what this this is the Page of Cups. Self-centeredness. Superficiality. This is also telepathic messages as well. Telepathic messages too, but then also Page of Cups is children as well. I feel strongly right now with everything that's going on in this world, everything that's been exposed with Wayfair, everything that's been exposed with this Maxwell Ghislaine, there's going to be more that's going to be exposed, and we just got to be ready for what is going to come out. And I feel like we've been getting this channeling for a while regarding the children and the perseverance of the children. I believe that in the last channeling that we did, this was in the Ancestor Adventures that I did for Mary Ellen Pleasant that I'm going to put out in a minute. You know, I just schedule what I put out. The last card that I pulled in that deck was, Damara, guiding children. Yeah. I feel heavily that anybody who has been a part of anything harming children, harming the protectors of children, etc., they're going to be getting their just due. But even now even more so, that portal is, the karmic debt is amplified right now, specifically around the children, because too much has gone on. Yes. Thank you for saying that, Para. Compassion is not anti-judgment. Compassion goes alongside with judgment. Yes. Because a lot of the times people who are very codependent and naive, they confuse compassion for codependency, compassion for complacency, compassion for naivety. Jesus and Judas. Wow. Wow. It's going down right now. Contempt for all things tedious, but this is also too discernment of opposites. Having to make a choice and a decision here. Some individuals are going to find themselves in a sticky predicament. The choice that they're going to make that is rooted out of superficiality with this Page of Cups being here. Narcissistic energy, obsessed with their own reflection. This reminds me of Narcissus, the man who fell in love with his own reflection, because you see him standing on the water, like just looking like into that cup, like I got it all. This choice that they're going to be making it's either going to land them in spiritual jail or in a situation where they're experiencing heavy burdens, because Saturn and Aries is not a good placement. Because remember, Saturn is exalted in Libra, which is this Eight of Swords energy is Libra energy. Oh, Lord. What is going on? The Tower, Mars. Quarreling, destruction, antagonism, upheaval, revenge, powerful energy applied suddenly, aggression, offensive power, rules enforced with strength. You see the man here. There's a man here. I will say this man can be an archangel coming down with that sword of truth, Ace of Swords. The truth applied with pressure, because that's what the Ace of Swords means in this as well. To cut away all fallacies and bring these people, you see where they're falling straight into the fire, right? Then you got this Temperance card here. Combination of forces, blending that shadow and that light side, integrating it before the Tower comes to split. Because you know that these two people are falling out of either side of the Tower. Then you also have the Lovers here. You got these two and two, right? A lot of individuals are making choices right now between, what side they want to be on. Is it the light side or the dark side? And that choice is manifesting in who they may associate with, their family members, their friends, etc. But the truth is coming and being applied with swift pressure. Blam, the Tower. Then the Temperance card is right in the middle. How are you balancing out these energies? Wow, this deck is insane, yo. This deck is hella crazy. Let's use the Egyptian tarot to clarify. Whew. Can we just breathe? Because this is a lot. I feel like my edges are being snatched, and I only have few left after that reading from last night. Wow. We are children of Gaia. If we hold down this frequency, the whole earth shifts. Yes. We are being called to be temperance right now. Be the combination of the forces. Be walking paradoxes. Fire and water can exist. Air and fire can coexist. Thank you, Sarah. I trust you too. Discrimination. Distinguishing outer appearance and inner motivations. Trials and experiments to verify and test the psyche, to verify and test the soul. That's what this Temperance card is meaning. Spiritual test. Because the truth is coming and it's going to be applied with force. Yes, ma'am. Like I said, I'm in class. I'm sitting straight up with my hands folded. Yes, ma'am. I'm here. I'm on time. You said don't do that. Yes, I told you to stay your ass out of that. Yes, ma'am. I don't want no parts. Clarify this Page of Cups energy. Clarify this Page of Cups energy. With the Knight of Wands, I told you, narcissistic energy. People moving too quickly. Focused on the wrong things. Focused on pleasure. Focused solely on the moment here. And what they can get. This Egyptian tarot coupled with this Jungian tarot, we're about to open a fucking portal right now. So get ready. Because I can feel it already. I feel it coming. God, please just make me a dear bright and loving ancestors, help me channel this message and be a clear conduit for the collective right now. Thank you. Wow. The Lover's card popped out again, but I'm going to put it back because we haven't gotten there yet. Clarify this Six of Swords. Two of Swords. Sorry, this Eight of Swords on the Two of Swords here. Wow. Wow. Split decision making. Playing both sides. Which side will you choose? Because the Two of Swords is all about playing both sides. Split loyalty. Yes. Yes. What? Thank you for saying that. A lot of you have been tested. Your hearts have been tested. Some of you guys, you slipped up a little bit. Okay. You got maybe 10 to 20% clearing to do. But your heart is good for the most part. A lot of us were tested and tried in really severe ways. Temperance energy right here. Combination of forces. That fire of karmic energy. Putting that together with the truth of spirit and the gentleness of spirit and the protection of spirit. So that these forces do not destroy each other, but they can complement one another. Clarify this Ten of Wands. Clarify this Ten of Wands. With the Fool card. Reckless energy. Aries energy here again too. With Sobek right there. So you want to jump your ass into this damn lake, Knight of Wands energy, and play games, and be reckless, play both sides, etc., etc. Well, now you're going to learn something from me. Now you're going to learn about why you need to learn how to be organized and not be reckless with your energy here. Time to just get our ducks in a row. But I feel like this is talking to those who've been out of extreme karmic energies, though. Extreme karmic energies. Clarify the Tower. Clarify this Tower, please. What is this? King of Wands. Somebody's masculine, yo. I'm just going to keep adding the King of Swords. Wow. Yeah. These masculines, oh my God. Because the funny thing is, this is lightweight, the King of Swords on there with that Sword of Truth, but these, it's feminines too, karmic feminines, okay? These karmic individuals who've been acting out of narcissistic energy with the King of Swords here, cold-hearted, disconnected from their heart center. My laugh, I'm telling you, I be making myself laugh. And these King of Wands figures who've been out, doing the Knight of Wands thing, being everywhere and nowhere, not taking care of their responsibilities, doing as they please, repetitively over and over and over again, indulging with the Nine of Cups right here, self-satisfaction, spreading disillusionment, right? Because those who are pregnant with lies give birth to disillusionment, and it looks like this King of Wands got a little bit of belly on him, so he's sure the fuck pregnant with something, not a child, could be karmic lies, could be love spells or whatever. Anyways, They've been in this energy, creating this for people, for themselves, in their relationships, in their workplace, for countries and cities and communities, right? Not just on the individual level, but also on the interpersonal level, on the community level, on the institutional level. They run organizations and empires. They're presidents, managers, directors. They're about to get this damn tower. They're getting Jigoku. Because he's not playing with that damn sword. Because he took the whole motherfucking top off. This building, if you want to look at this tower card, the whole top off. Truth applied with force. Some individuals are going to be getting exposed. Their truth is coming out right now. They can't escape this Jigoku. They're going to be living it on planet Earth because the energy that's happening right now, remember, a lot of people are getting hit with ancestral energy too. What's this King of Wands, King of Swords? Because I saw the Two of Pentacles want to come out. What's this King of Wands, King of Swords? They're getting hit with ancestral energy from the Capricorn transits. So it's not just them. They're also reaping what their ancestors have sowed, right? Some of these individuals, their ancestors helped start slavery. They were a part of the Spanish Inquisition. They were a part of the fall of the Malian Empire, Benin Empire. They were a part of destroying the temples in Dondona, in Libya, of the Sibyls. Destroying the temples of Astarte. Raiding tombs. Robbing graves. All of that type of energy. Now the karma's hitting right now. What's this King of Wands, King of Swords energy? Trust me, there's karmic females here too. Trust me. The Death card. Ooh. Some people then really, they didn't chose sides of the devil. Yeah. Intentional with your words. I'm just gonna keep it hella real. Some folks then, you know, some of these celebrities or these rappers or musicians that they be putting this shit in their song. Like what Offset had a lyric and he has a song with the baby called Babysitter, and he says, go fuck on the ops and get him wet for a paddock. This is what they're promoting. Go fuck on our ops, on our enemies, so we can set his ass up to get shot and we'll give you a watch. That's the shit that they're promoting. Why do you think this is out here? This is how people think. These motherfuckers have started wars, famines, all kinds of chaos. And this energy is coming down. They deal with karmic energies. Remember I told you some of these karmics are going to be taking these masculines out of the game. Yes, with the Lover's card here. Because they don't want no parts. They have split loyalty. They wanted to play divine and play with the devil at the same time. No, baby. You play with the devil, you're going to stay with that. Because trust when the devil's ready to come collect, ain't no stopping. I think it's just really imperative that we learn from the mistakes of other people. I feel like that's the main lesson here. Learn from the mistakes of other people, and we also repent for our own. Some karmics have as well, karmic females have been responsible for the passing of men here. They're getting their karma too. Clarify the temperance. Clarify the temperance card. Two of Wands. A decision has to be made. A choice has to be made. A path needs to be chose here, is what I'm seeing. Ten of Cups. A family situation or a completion of an emotional cycle here. You got water and fire here. Exactly with the Temperance card. What does the Ten of Cups mean in this deck? Just wondering. Saturn in Cancer, Ten of Cups. Wow. Banishment, because it came out in the reverse too. End of a cycle. Downfall. Wow. With the Two of Wands being here, a choice needing to be made, a path needing to be taken here. I'm sensing with this Temperance card, the merging of energies here. Something has come to an end. Some type of way of being, some type of way of thinking has come to an end for some karmics. They're starting to get it. They are starting to understand what is going on. They are starting to get karma before Saturn is even going direct. Saturn in Cancer is a serious placement. Because the funny thing is, in the regular tarot, the Ten of Cups is Piscean energy. Karma around mother energies here. Either way, individuals have to make some decisions because they know that they only have two options, is what I'm seeing here. Their eyes have been open to the two options that they have. Get on your motherfucking knees and start praying and begging for repentance and forgiveness, or continue the bullshit that you're getting in and face this Death card, this Tower, this Ten of Cups. Because the Ten of Cups in this deck, no. No. Wow. This is some serious shit right here. What is the I feel like this is just going to be like a divine feminine reading, divine feminine, divine masculine reading, or I'll just say collective reading. Clarify this Lover's card, please. What is this Lover's energy about? The Magician. Okay. Eight of Swords. Again. Twice. You see on this Death card, those men, they're in the duat. They're swimming in it, right? And Anubis is just there like pondering, like, let's see what will happen if I put this on the scale and it's heavier than the heart. Let's see exactly where you're going to go. What I'm seeing here with this Magician energy on the Eight of Swords and the Lover's card, spiritual jail for sure. Jigoku for sure. Some may actually be banished to that eighth and last realm for what they've done. But the spiritual theft is what I'm picking up on very seriously here with this Lover's card. The spiritual, the theft of unions, the love spells on the masculines. I don't think people know what they do when they do it, though. That's the thing, though. This has been like a reoccurring message that I've been getting And I said I'm gonna stop doing twin readings and karmic reads and stuff like that for a while. I just wanted to put this general message out there regarding, like, balancing out your energy, the banishing of karmic souls, not just karmics that are wrapped up with your DM, right? We're talking about the karmics that start wars, that work in the government, all that type of stuff. Some are fully aware, yes, but I don't think that how they know how deep it's getting in the spiritual realm. Because a love spell on someone that's not your soulmate, not your twin, I would suggest, like, you know, not putting a love spell on your twin, and anyways, because they have to, like, clear up that energy. But karmics who know for sure that, for a fact, that that's not their twin, they're doing it for vain purposes with this Page of Cups that was here. Remember, we are talking about that? It was talking about that vanity, obsession with self. They're going to be getting this Tower, but they're also going to be getting this blowback of this Magician energy with the Eight of Swords. Five of Swords here. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh wee. $307 in the chat. We are all under judgment, some more than others. Find where you are on the spectrum and start to do the repentance work. Divine timing, yeah. With this Lover's card as well, I feel like, and the Five of Swords, this is spiritual court. The decision is being made current right now for whoever was in this Five of Swords energy trying to bring that to your door. What's the King of Swords and the King of Wands? King of Swords, King of Wands, please. This is imbalanced energy. This is very narcissistic energy for one person to embody these archetypes. King of Wands, King of Swords. Ace of Swords. Yeah, Tower again. Tower again. Tower again. I'm really feeling it heavy for the masculines, and then the feminines that act out of distorted feminine or distorted masculine energy, they're going to be getting a very rude awakening. That's going to have to balance their energy out, is what I'm being told here. Ace of Swords is out here again. And I just talked about this Ace of Swords being with this on this other Tower card. Truth applied with force. These air sign masculines, especially with Saturn going into Aquarius, running amok. Yeah. Yeah. Because you can only play in the Seven of Swords for so long before you end up in the Eight of Swords, right? This Five of Swords, narcissistic, one-upmanship, backstab energy with the Magician misusing and abusing their psychic powers. The courts are weighing out the judgment right now. You know, all signs. But you have to understand too, like when they say King of Swords, King of Wands, it's an archetype of like behavior, you know? So someone could be a water sign acting out of low vibrational King of Wands energy. This narcissism bullshit is done for, is what is being said. It cannot be on planet Earth. It is a spiritual disease and a spiritual disorder. That sociopathy, that narcissism, that wickedness, that coldness, that both feminine and masculine energies embody, it cannot be on planet Earth anymore. It has to leave. That's the main thing that I'm with this whole entire channeling. It has to go. It goes, and you're going with it too, into Jigoku. Whichever level you get to go to, that's between you and the courts when you get there. Some of you guys needed confirmation that it was happening. It's happening. Dear bright and well-loving ancestors, what messages do you have for the collective regarding this Jigoku trauma transmutation? Look at trauma transmutation. Dear bright and well-loving ancestors, what messages do you have right here regarding this? Look at transformation, dichomio, major transformation, DNA healing. Yeah, it has to go. It cannot be on this planet any fucking more. It has to go. You know what it looks like. You know what it is. You know what you're doing. It has to go. It has to stop. Period. For those of us who do not operate out of narcissistic energies, but we're still doing our shadow work, we're going to just keep on doing it. Every week we're going to do our shadow work. We'll do the reading, and then you'll do your journal and your reflection, and we'll do our meditation. Let's keep the energy. Let's keep cycling it up and out. Let's keep on doing our DNA clearings and activations and our karma cleansing and purging. Dear bright and well-loving ancestors, clarify DNA healing. There's no space for it on the planet, is what I'm hearing. That archetype is dysfunctional. It's a glitch in the matrix. It's a total abomination to what a human being, especially a demigod, should be, or a divine individual should be. Quote unquote. It's like a malignant cancer. Yes, there's no need for it. It has to be cut out. Because it's now it's like yes, a malignant cancer is spreading to other people too now. It's a fucking virus. It has to go. Clarify DNA healing. With the Chariot here. Cancerian energy. Wow. Wow. Queen of Wands right here. Karmic females. Now they're getting their tea. Now they're getting their tea. First it was the masculines. Now it's the karmic feminines. Now they're getting their tea. Maybe we'll timestamp this. Clarify trauma transmutations. Clarify trauma transmutation. Wow, look at this King of Cups energy. Wow. Look at Nine of Pentacles here, but Nine of Pentacles means something different in this. Look at this. Narcissistic energy popping up again with this Page of Cups. Self-absorption. Clarify clarify transformation with the dichomio. Clarify transformation with the dichomio. With the Devil. And the Lovers right here too. The funny thing is the Lovers and the Devil is the same. Which one are you going to be bound to? Because it's funny here. You have the same Ouroboros. But then you have the inverted pentagram. And then you also have the fishes, two fishes, Piscean energy, but they're moving in different directions away from each other. Are you going to be bound by divine love, divine energy? Or are you going to be bound by toxic karmic fuckery and bullshit? Because you got a choice. Everyone got choices. It's going to become very apparent to a lot of people that they have a choice. Let's look into this. What does this Nine of Pentacles mean in this deck? Selfishness, trauma transmutation, the healing of the ego, no concern about the feelings of others. Everything revolves around a person getting what he wants. Very selfish, low vibrational. King of Cups can be a man who's very emotionally abusive and manipulative. Ruthlessness and destruction here. Capricornian energy. We talked about this. And this can be for some of these karmic feminines too. Using love spells and bullshit like that. Doing all kinds of stuff. Or just, you know, envy, jealousy, doing whatever to get at people, to try to harm other people. This is your fate. I hope you're looking. I hope you're listening. This is what's to become of you. The ancestors are not playing with this devilish ass energy that's on planet Earth. And those of you divine beings who've been impacted, let's, you know, the thing that can really help is heart chakra meditations. Trust me, I'm talking to myself. I have to do them often and I have to chant, or else the energy gets too, I can feel it stuck in my heart. It's like my heart gets like calcified in some ways. I can feel it. It feels like it's easing up a little. It's gonna come out. Queen of Wands, narcissistic, feminine, domineering, possessive. Devastating to those who cross her or perceives crossing, right? Because everyone knows that Queen of Wands is the karmic, this DNA healing with the Chariot moving forward. This is also a testament to these karmic feminines that operate out of this energy. Do your healing. A lot of them have issues with the mother, with the Cancer, with the Chariot here. A lot of them have deep-rooted ancestral traumas that they need to really start to focus on. Because when that Saturn goes direct, they're gonna be a direct hit for Saturn going direct. Transforming, the Devil card here, transforming from toxic, low vibrational energy. King of Cups energy here, trauma transmutation. Refrain from living in a fantasy world that's super egoic and selfish and self-serving. There you coexist with other people. I don't know where this reading was going to go tonight. We just did the Jigoku story and then it just led itself, right? The Devil card. Let's pull that out. Let's see what that's about. Wow. A lot of Capricornian energy. I told you, a lot of these masculines are going to be paying for what their forefathers did right now. It's all happening right now. Archetype of the shadow. Transforming from the material to the spiritual realm. Letting go of control over the material with money, with sex, with power, with control, with greed, with narcissistic behavior. And allowing the Most High to work through you or become a part of you. Because in this card, it says only science is taken seriously. That's what the Devil card means here too. Obsession with the written word. Changing up that energy. Your babies are even with the knowledge. Oh, I'm so happy about that. A lot of you guys emailed me and said that your kids love to hear that I'm on live, and that makes me feel so good. Maybe I'll do something for the babies. Okay, this is how you deal with your mean teacher or your bully classmates. Cancer. We forgot to do the Chariot. Let's see what this Chariot's about, because, you know, some of these cards mean different things in this tarot. That's why I have the book out. I'm like a baby again. Don't worry, I'm going to learn this. To learn this, you got to learn the Kabbalic tree of life. Well, let me keep moving anyways. Transmission of news. Ooh, on the DNA healing. I told you, these karmics are a complete manifestation of those ancestors that are in the Jigoku. Contracts being broken because the DNA is being healed or needs to be healed. Cunning and crafty. with the Queen of Wands here. Needing to get your energy together. What is this Chariot, please, with the Queen of Wands? With the Three of Wands. It's coming in. That change is coming. There's an ancestor here being activated. These karmics have got into a very low vibrational state. I said I'm not going to be doing karmic reads until Saturn goes direct, but I guess there's a preview. Okay, this Three of Wands is Neptune and Aries. Hidden currents of controlling energy within the collective unconscious. Wow. Loss of individuality. Wow. That's what the Three of Wands means in this deck. Whoa. That's deep. Wow. Hidden currents of controlling energy. I told you, with this DNA healing, there's a force that's controlling them. But this force is from the realm of Jigoku that we just talked about. Whoa. Whoa. I mean, we've been talking about this the whole time, right? But now you see the confirmation here with the way that these cards just fell out like that. An unseen force controlling their subconscious mind. DNA healing. Get that entity out of you. What is this trauma transmutation with the King of Cups, Nine of Pentacles? What's this trauma transmutation with the King of Cups, Nine of Pentacles? With the Two of Cups here. Someone could be getting ready to go into union here. Or someone here is recognizing how they're continuing to manifest, look at Uranus in Cancer. How they're continuing to manifest emotional instability through the lack of transmuting this trauma. Yeah. Because Uranus is uncontrollable energy. You know, Cancer rules the home. So Uranus and Cancer could also be, there could be here for some of these masculines with the trauma transmutation. What's going to force them into doing their work is going to be a loss of some type of stability here or structure for some of these males. Not just divine masculine or their karmic partners. I'm talking about some on a wide scale. With this Jigoku energy that we're dealing with right here. Wow. Whew. Help. They stay casting spells for what? I don't know. But you know why though? Because they're controlled by a current and a force that's unseen. Remember? For those of you who are on Patreon, you guys saw like the announcement and what we're going to be doing now. This is going to be a part of that too. I'll put a copy of this for you guys in there, so you guys can start to learn the other aspects of the cards too. Clarify the devil. Eight of Swords here. It came in the reverse. Thank God. With the Strength card here. The Strength card means the same thing in both of these decks. Resistance from urges of a sexual nature. Resistance. And holding back from primal energies. With Mars on here. With the transformation, freeing themselves from the devil, freeing themselves, individuals, freeing ourselves collectively from the grip of the devil, holding back and restraining ourselves. But for some people too, learning their lesson and recognizing, I don't want to get deeper entrenched with the devil. I'm going to free myself. And I don't care who's upset about it. I'm going to free myself. I don't care who's upset about it. Hi, Victoria. She knows exactly what she did. And she's going to be getting caught up for it because she's actively doing spell work on me as we speak, okay? But I do appreciate the love. Lavender. I got some on my hand right now. That reading was really crazy, y'all. I feel like that's one of the deepest readings I've ever done for the collective. And I'm going to go back and watch that. Let's just close out with the grand message from the Isis Oracle Wisdom deck, okay? Because I feel like there was a lot in there for a lot of people to gain. Spiritual war, man. This Jigoku energy. These narcissists are going to be going to spiritual jail. Why are they always giving me the judgment messages? But I guess because I'm a twin, so, you know, I have to put out the messages. I'm frightened. Why are you frightened? Repent. Write petitions. Yeah, you had holding your yellow tourmaline. Man, this was a lot. Higher energies. And it's not of like a low vibrational force. I feel like, the temperance card, right? We are to be the temperance. We are to be the ones that blend volatile energies, opposing energies, so that they can work together in harmony. That's our job. Dear bright and loving ancestors, what messages do you have from us? What are the closing messages that you have? Divine destiny. Wow. Stop it. Stop it. Then it says here, Lady of the Stars, Sirius. Wow. Stop it. You a bad mother. Shut your mouth. Divine destiny. The divine warrior is within you, helping you to continue with the worthy path, even during times of difficulty. When faced with a challenge, a true warrior will summon more of him or herself to the cause. It may be by bringing more wisdom, focus, or intelligence, or surrendering into the divine. The warrior within has great inner resourcefulness and determination. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Stay out of the fear frequency. Exactly. That, because fear is a spell. Yes. Lady of the Stars. Sirius is a celestial goddess, a star of unconditional love and wisdom at an extremely high vibration. She brings deep soul awakening, spiritual gifts, and a high capacity for divine service. She asks you to pay attention now because something significant is taking place at a spiritual level for you at this time. All right, y'all. I think that this reading was really for us to get ready, to get more grounded, to get deeper into our spiritual practice and leadership, right? Like we were talking about, we're going to be doing our prayers every day now, our petitions every day, our journaling, all of that, repenting and things like that, to clear up our energies so that we're not in the frequency of any of that jigoku, because, you know, we don't want no parts of that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, Victorious. 3311. Thanks for stating that. Remember, we're supposed to be the temperance card right now. The balance between light and dark energies. Oh, it's hard with kids to separate. I know. I'm sorry to hear that. You need to talk to, right. When people just act evil towards me, I just play and I laugh and stuff like that. And they're like, why are you so happy? Why are you laughing? Because I'm like, obviously I don't take you seriously. That's why. If I'm laughing in the face of death and danger and shit like that, obviously it's because I know that I'm protected by a higher force and you must be silly. Be that temperance card. Fire water. Blending it. There is a lot going on. You're going to see a lot more happen because it's judgment season. But just know that for the people, for those of you who watch this, I feel like on one end, it's saying that you see now where these individuals are going to be going, period, into one of those 8 levels. For you yourself, you see now it's time for us to do our own clearing work because all of us are under judgment to be better because we walked through that gate with Sirius, through the Lionsgate portal. We got our spiritual gifts, enhancement, and advancement too. We can't eat certain things. We can't do certain things anymore. So all of us are under judgment, of course, right now to make sure that we're enhancing that energy. Some of us have done stuff from the past. It's going to be coming up. We're going to be getting our judgment. Some of us are currently doing things. We're going to be getting our judgment right now from the universe. Let's keep just doing the work and keep moving. Because as long as we're doing the work and we're focusing on that, we can't lose. We're doing our meditations. We're doing our shadow work. We're trying to forgive. Sources within us. Thank you for stating that. Love you, Empresses. Yes. And I heard, and this is something that I'm also like realizing too. You thank your karmic, y'all. I think I may just do a whole entire like thing about that. Say thank you to your karmic. Thank them because like you may not see it now, but they really helped you. They helped you learn something about yourself. They helped you get strong in some type of way. They showed you who you are not by putting your DM in that tower and that 10 of swords every fucking day. Forced him to grow or forced him to descend so that you have a clear decision about what you were going to do as well. So now you know that you can just keep it pushing and you don't have to wait. Thank your karmic. When I catch myself getting irritated, I was like, no, I'm thankful for her. Because if it wasn't for all this fuckery and this madness, A, B, C, D, up to Z wouldn't have happened for me. Because trust me, they made you a bad bitch, right? With the shit that they were doing, thank them. Because by trying to destroy you, they just made you better. You may have suffered a financial loss. You got it back, or you now have learned how to protect yourself or how to do your manifestation so that you can bring it back or protect what you have. You learned what a twin was or was not. You learn how to love yourself. You learn how to let go of toxic karmic situations, people, places, and things. So there was something that you gained. And you could thank the karmic now and all the entities and spell work or whatever that they sent towards you. You can thank those entities too. Okay, thank you so much. Because now I know how you work. I don't need you anymore. You can go. Okay, thank you so much for trying to block my crown chakra. Now I know how powerful it is. And now I know the symptoms. Okay, thank you. I've learned my lesson. You can go now. Okay, you put entities on my money. Okay, now I know how this works and how it manifests and how to block it and clear it. Thank you so much. You can go now. No pain, no gain, right? They put you through hell and hot water, but at the end of the day, you came out stronger. And look at what they did to themselves. They're going to Jigoku. So they really made a sacrifice for you. Yes. All the karmics and all them attached, they just taught me how powerful I was and how protected I was by the Most High and how much my guides really fuck with me and how powerful my guides were and how divinely protected I was, right? What did your karmic teach you? I know some of you guys are like, oh, hell no, you're not going on this. I noticed how people left the chat room once I started talking about that. I noticed. I noticed. Now you have a better version of yourself. Your masculine dogged you, they dissed you, etc., whatever. Now you learn better. Now you know what real love is, so you will never deal with low vibrational bullshit like that again. And you're going to give your next man or woman a run for their money, and they're going to love it because it's coming out of a place of self-love and setting the tone for the relationship. It's for you, not for them. Yes, thank you. Because that's something that I had to learn too. The way that this spells really work too is if you're courted with the karmic negatively. I told you I had some female try to put me in a death ritual. It didn't work. Why didn't it work? Because I wasn't courted to her. I didn't give a fuck about her. I didn't even know this shit was going on for like 3 years. They were meeting like once a month. I didn't even know it was going down. They had put hella thousands of dollars into it. I didn't even know. I was just here chilling, minding my own business. Then I found out, I was like, oh, for real? Word? Damn, that's crazy. Smile. Of course I am. Yes, I will. Be patient. I'm gonna put it out. There's some, I'm just bound legally to not be able to say certain things right now. Yeah. So don't you guys love this selenite wand? I hope you guys can pick the vibration of it. So, yeah. Some of you guys learned the red flags. Right. Not all men. If certain men, you got to look at those signs. I don't want to try attract a man like this ever again. Now I've seen the signs. I want something else completely different now. I know what I want now, and I'm clear about that, and I'm sure about that. Right. So this is the energy that we're in, y'all. This is the frequency that we're in. We're gonna keep on repenting and clearing and healing. Some people may fall off. They may not stay because it may be too much. But keep the main thing too is remember the DNA activations really do help. The DNA clearing activations, if you go on Patreon, you can go watch the past ones. And that will help you actually ease more into this work. Because this shit is not, oh, it's not okay. Sometimes it's really hard. And it sucks. And as divine beings, we don't, we're not absolved from judgment. That's one of the things I'd be talking about with these twin readers and things like that. They always talk about the karmic, the karmic, the karmic, the karmic, the karmic. Okay, yes. And two, we got our own work to do. That's why I teach about you guys on doing different subjects and things like that. That's why we started the school and we got these different decks about the ancestral healing, learning your astrology, all that type of stuff as well too. What about you too? What do you still have judgment for? I know I can do better in certain areas, of course. I know I got judgment for a few things that I did or didn't do. Let's keep working. Let's keep healing. Let's keep knowing ourselves. That's the thing with karmics. They don't know themselves. They know dick. They know love spells. They know conflict. They know chaos. They know lies. They know deception. They know deceit. We know what it's like to be on the other end of that. Now let's look at what it's like to be neutral from all that energy and be in a high vibrational state and just be the one to be basically making sure that those opposing energies can, be balanced. Temperance. So that's what I have for you all tonight. I was not expecting it for it to get this deep. I knew that this Jungian deck was going to blow some stuff up, but I didn't know how it was going to blow up the spot like that. So you all, that's what I have for you, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.